Alrighty, we backy. Alright. Hi, everybody. Getting a little messy in there, isn't it? You see, you're not messy, you just hang out on the floor. That's not weird. Oh, you're going through the wall. It's a little weird. Just don't look too close at him. Alright. How do I know. Stop telling me you exist. I know you're there. Okay. Oh yeah, before I get to that, let's get to some more data. No, I just backloaded the last episode with more of that stuff. Fuck, I'm behind by 75? It's just an endless torrent. It's a little hard to get caught up in a meaningful way. It's kind of like in any kind of decently paced way. It's kind of like Metal Gear Solid 5 in that way, where you're just like, there's so many tapes though, buddy. Snow Fox, one of these years I'll find the rest of that. Oh my god, I don't have the docking module, or the fabricator module, or the sleeper module? I don't think I realized I didn't finish any of them. I might need to build a scanner room in that area just to find them, because like gotta get a lot of chunks of that, dude. Where's the actual new stuff? We're getting pretty low. It's usually pretty pointless down here. Indoor grow bed, plant shelf, recyclotron. There's the new one. I'm like, I already got. Those aren't new. Those two. The wall planter. That's technically new, but that's just a whatever. When you want purely decorational, but I want to plant good things with it. Whatever. Recycles items into their constituent parts. Oh. Just sacrifice an ion cube and a titanium ingot, and then you can unmake stuff if you made it too much. That's kind of nice. And all it costs is an entire damn ion cube. Still, I kind of get the feeling that that kind of structure doesn't necessarily... Let's see. We're going by the usual rule, which is if it exists, make it. But, one of the things that makes me nervous about using ion cubes is the idea that they seem pretty limited, and they're like batteries, right? So they run out. But if I make a structure with one, it probably doesn't run out. I wouldn't expect it to, at least. The recyclotron. Where do I put you? Where you? I guess upstairs. The one area where I have more space still. It's my in case of emergencies thing.
Allows for the recycling of natural resource components without rinsing and sorting them into bins first.
Recycle. Okay. Let's kill a battery just to see it work. 2 ribbon plant, 2 copper ore. Too many items. Huh? Oh. Hey, you can actually recycle the salad. That's really funny. It's like the robot kid on YouTube that made a bot that takes the tomatoes out of their salad or whatever. It's like, this thing can reset my salad back into the whatever the fucks. Isn't that nice? Alright. I don't see any sort of energy meter, so I assume it just lasts forever. So it's just kind of magic. It's just a magic convenience item that resets that shit. Which is nice. Anyway, time to make that battery again, because I want the battery, obviously. But I figured whatever I deconstructed, I could immediately just get back anyway. That's cool to have. In case I make mistakes, like I've done already, basically. Get rid of this water, because I've got all these fruit salads now. And all the salt has to go in here, I guess, because I have too much salt. Salt, I don't know what to do with. I think it's kind of stupid. Probably is, if I'm being honest. I don't think that's much of a leap. Data box. It contains data, you guys. Data. Good data. Let's see, is there anything else to build? I think that was like all that was left, really. Look at you. Yeah, so it's pretty much time to go for the data box, but I do want to go back to Camp Sea Monkey and then to Margaret's base. Just for the purpose of seeing if I can scan that room. So I think I'm going to do that real quick now in jump cut form because, well, if I'm wrong, then it's just me wasting half an episode going to a place we've already been to for no reason. So I'll meet up with you guys when I get there. I'll be recording, but not commentating, just in case I get into a nasty scrape that comes as a surprise. But I'm hoping it's uneventful. Okay. Scratch my previous plan just for the moment. That's interesting. I'm near Camp Sea Monkey, and I'm a little distracted by the fact that I came up upon... it's like, oh, there's a bunch of stuff everywhere, but there's a fucking hole! Where's the cuttlefish? It's supposed to be cuttlefish around here. I don't want them to surprise me. I don't know why I don't see any. I have never seen that before. There's a fucking hole in that island. That's really interesting. What's the deal with this thing? Is there a deal with this thing? Kind of underwhelmed so far. Is that thing the hive mind? Maybe not. That thing definitely stands out. That could be the hive mind. I wish I had binoculars. I don't think I can zoom in this game at all. Oh fuck, there he is. Yeah, they're around. That might be worth investigating later. Right now I'm climbing. Right now I'm hoping I see something in here that's useful. But maybe this is also my way of getting to the higher islands without needing a better jump jet. Or to bring the sea truck that makes me more of a coward. Oh, was that what I saw a second ago? That's just the chill boys. What happened to the unchill boys? Ooh. Oh, there's a not chill boy. There's mostly whales up here. Did the not chill boys come up here, or are they all down there? Oh, there's two. I see two no chills. I could probably escape back inside if they came at me. Okay, almost slipped. Yeah, those are definitely lily pads up there. Still, is that a vent? A rooted vent guy? I don't see... I don't think there's any vents involved here, are there? God, there's so many of those little shits down there. This area is really populated. I think these whales are much more densely... they have much more dense pods than the reefbacks ever did. But no, I feel like the whales are up here every now and then, but I don't seem to see the shitty things up here anymore. Or ever. It's a lot of hoop fish. One of the few things that didn't change between games at all. Hoop fish and, I guess... What's that? Okay, it's just planes. What are they called? Brute sharks? I call them silly airplane sharks. Hey! Speaking of the vents. So they supposedly circle around the big guys? Where are the big guys? Because yeah, this area doesn't strike me as an area that involves vents. So I'd imagine that the vent gardens that apparently attach to a vent when they mature... I don't think these are it, because I don't think there's... Yeah, these are just lily pads that attach to rocks, and the floatiness of the lily pad holds the rock up. Is the sun going down? I don't like how creepy it is right now. Visibility is shit. Emergency power only. What's that? Oops, killed a featherfish with my body. My massive bod. Okay, I don't like how creepy dark it is right now, but mostly only non-threatening stuff's around here. What's that? Really? The signposting's all over the place. Really not very interesting plants are really vital, and really interesting looking things are like not even interactive. It's a little weird. Some stuff just is here to look cool, I guess. But I look at that, it's like, that reminds me of like the one that I used to make batteries, like the ribbon plant. So it's a surprise when it doesn't seem to do anything. I double take every time I see a whale, just because I'm worried it'll be something much worse. Was there like a particularly big-ist island around here that I should be focusing on? These seem cool looking, but not particularly useful so far. It seems like the rocks that are floating up in the air don't necessarily have anything going on with them. This one's like dying. It's like in late stage in its life, I think. It's just gonna drop that rock eventually. And it's already descending. It's not as buoyant as it used to be. Or it's newborn. Maybe it's on its way up, actually. I don't know. Maybe that... Yeah, that weird thing I saw sticking out of the ground that was like kind of bright colored. That might have been a young one that hasn't escaped the ground yet. If I go there, then there, I can get higher. That's my chance to at least get on top of a lily pad, which might be... Maybe there's something worth looking at up there. On top. But this also might just be an entirely cosmetic environment. Unexploitable for my ends. Pretty... I feel I need to scan the environment constantly for surprises. Yep, even that's just kind of hanging out. Jumping higher might be a pain in the ass. Let's just kind of go up here myself. I'm hoping that nothing around will be surprising me. Mature lily pad. Sorry about the very bright lights. I suppose I can read about it now, right? Good way to check first before I find out the hard way. It's like, it eats you when you get on top of it. I'm like, oh god! Flora. Sea, I assume? Once the rising lily pad breaches the surface, its sealed fan slowly releases, causing the leaf to unfurl into a large flat circle that floats atop the surface of the water. Despite its size, the mature lily pad is able to float due to surface tension. Okay, so no information about it, like, doing anything. Unfortunately, no reason to think it has anything useful on it, but also no reason to think that anything threatening is going to happen when I get up there. So let's get up there. I gotta go faster, huh? God damn it. This is annoying. Getting out of the water is annoying in this game. Okay. Boop. Sup, lily pads. As far as the eye can see. Alright. Power restored. Yeah, it's based on time of day, because that base operates entirely based on solar energy, the one that's nearby. But I get updates from it when I'm nowhere near it, which is funny. I wouldn't expect... Like, this is a weird juxtaposition a little bit, isn't it? Like, this blizzard crossed with... Did lightning just strike? Jesus. The lightning storm, I might be in danger right now. I'm in danger! This is kind of whatever, I guess. But yeah, the ice storm crossed with this is, like, a little bit of a surprise. It feels like this thing wouldn't survive in such a cold environment. It's surreal jumping around up here. But I don't think there's anything here for me. hope y'all enjoyed our little expedition.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, hey, there's one of those guys. Yeah, I'd never seen one of them before, but yeah, there's the lily pad dudes. I think the egg for one of them kind of re-inspired my interest in navigating this place because those guys apparently existed. I guess I shouldn't approach them, because that goes badly. That's my home direction. My goal is to get to the floor, then get to Margaret's base. See if I can scan it or not. But first I have to hope that I can get down without anything bad happening. Or being attacked. So hope that works out for me. Okay. Nothing's currently pursuing me as far as I can tell. Alright. Hello? Yes! Takes a while. Fucking finally. So that's the large... This is... What is this room, then? That's kind of worth noting, isn't it? What the fuck's this room? What are you? Oh, she's back. Is she just... Maybe she's just always at whatever base I'm at? And now that I'm back... I think I couldn't... Yeah, this is 400 meters deep, so I couldn't go any deeper with my vehicle. But I think that looks like I might go somewhere. Oh, hey. A Jabberjaw dickhead guy's there. Oh, hey. Data box. The still suit. What was this? Spy pangling. Oh, fuck. You can be you can be so close to stuff and miss it. I even remember exploring down here a little bit and looking around in these glowy zones. Okay, so I kind of thought it was self-contained, but no, this direction at least looks like a cave. So keep this direction in mind, and the one that distant data box on my HUD is in. Where is that? Maybe I can't see it anymore. Maybe I'm too far away. Maybe my scanner turned off. So I think I might have two different loose ends to look into here. That's concerning, because that thing definitely looks like it's 500 deep. But I guess the implication is that's where the architect's body is. So he wants a new body, and I guess that's almost like the victory condition of the game, or that campaign, that storyline maybe? It's like red bladderfish? What's their deal? Just a bladderfish. But yeah, I went around here. I was hoping some of these were... I think I remember hoping some of these were spiral plants or whatever. And they weren't. Maybe now that we're friends, she'll let me, like, explore deeper into this place. But yeah, is this first room a room I can't make? If the second room is the large room that I can craft? I can't scan this room, which is some kind of intermediate-sized room. Can I go back there now? Are we buddies now? You go back and forth. I guess that's Preston, right? Like, they're named now, so I doubt there's two different dogs. Yeah, I'm not being stopped this time. That's kind of a big deal. Ah, I was like extra right to come back then. Look at this. So it said that I got a partition when I scanned the room. So I guess you can divide the room into sub-rooms, which is kind of neat in its own way.
A fortnight into our voyage, I was more or less living inside the creature's ribcage. It meant shelter, and it meant food. The flesh was starting to rot. The stench was unlike anything I'd ever smelled. As we floated, the temperature dropped, and the rotten meat began to stiffen and freeze. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, the Reaper began to lose buoyancy. We sank a little each day. My sanctuary was becoming my tomb, and I was at the mercy of the current and the winds. Until one day, I saw a smattering of penguins in the distance. Swimming birds usually mean solid land of some kind. I was lucky. The winds followed their path. Hours later, I saw a blessed sight. An unmoving cloud sitting upon the water. Land. It renewed my spirit as I watched the land get closer and closer. The Reaper slowly sank, but I was no longer worried. When the Reaper finally sank below the water, I was close enough to lazily swim my way to shore. I made a note to come back for the Reaper's skull. I didn't ride the beast for 3 weeks to have no proof. Land never felt so good, even in this Arctic hell.
So she rode a Reaper's corpse from the previous game setting to this one's. And that's how we have the bizarre coincidence of a character from the first game's background lore being here. It's interesting, because in that whole game you never get to meet anybody, they're all dead. Except that apparently she's not. She just vanished from that setting and then showed up in this one. And here she's alive. It's an interesting takeaway. She survived, she arrived here. And, oop, a small stove. And that kind of inspires hope. Because not only did we finally encounter a lore background character for the first time in person, and they're actually still alive, which has never happened before, I believe. But our whole goal is to investigate what happened to our sister, so if she's alive, maybe our sister is. Look at all, oh, they're all salted and prepared. That's funny. That one, a brine wing isn't really local, are they? I guess your other yeah, it makes sense. I think these mostly make sense, because she goes up to her other location to get her stuff from her garden, and so the brine wing there makes sense. And I guess she... Is that a boba tree? No! You brought boba from the old environment, but I can't take it? Yeah, those are trees from... Yeah. I forgot what that one's called, too. It's like I think it's a lantern tree? I think it's boba and lantern. Both of those were in the last game. They were so good to me. But they're just here as an Easter egg. You can't actually harvest them, it looks like. I can make a whole bathroom if I want to roleplay or whatever the fuck. This is my bathroom. I doesn't do anything, but I just like to base... I get why it's there. Like, people like to build bases and make it look like a believable location. So, like, with the toilet, shower, sink setup, you can make a believable bathroom in your base. So nothing massively vital here. I can't even grab any of these things that are actually supply type stuff. She is a disaster with her plates. She also just leaves unfinished food around. Honestly, I'm like, what's up with video game NPCs and the way that they deal with their own food? They just abandon it lying around. I'm like, why are you like this? Who is like this? Drives me fucking crazy. Well, that was good news. I want to go work on my base now. No idea what she's reading. Yep. What does it cost to make? Partition, door, and partition. Base pieces, large room. 2 play steel ingots. That's a big room. But I can make the glass dome and everything. The question, I suppose, is should I make a new... Should I make an all-new base or not? So this wasn't quite the giant expedition I was expecting it to be. I have 2 other caves to explore, potentially. But I think right now I'm most excited about going back to work on my base. It's the bug rear tool that you switch to doesn't show up because you did it mid-animation. There you go.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright. Let's head back. But yeah, no, put a pin in that. I have 2 different caves I want to explore now. And take a look around in. God, that thing's so deep. That thing's like 600 feet below me, and I'm already 350 feet deep. So, even with some off math about it being at an angle, I don't think that that's going to be above 700. Welcome back. Ah. So I've been doing some thinking. And like, I was like, it's going to be a pain in the ass to tear this whole base down, make a whole new base, and so on. You dumbass. God, the ring thing is such a mess. They're all like floppy, silly things, but that one just gets like flipped all the way over. But honestly, like, why not just populate the entire like surrounding world with more and more bases over time? Probably not that many more bases, but like, I could just make a new base. Like Camp Sea Monkey's kind of shittily placed and probably an expired base I'm not going to use anymore going forward necessarily. It's mostly just a waypoint because that's a direction I need to go in to find certain things, including Margaret's base and apparently a cave that's behind it now. But I figure I might as well just continue. I was thinking of making my new base not on the island, but maybe behind it. Let's look at my map. Map. There. Maps. We'll see if that ever becomes true. So, I think we started like somewhere around here originally. I think you can see like distinct levels. Like, that's a level, there's a base I'm going to go to at some point, and that's a level with the base I'm going to go to at some point. So, I probably started around here, because I think I go like southeast to go there and to there, for example. So I have a base here with a supersized mega scanner. What if I go on this side of the island and make a super scanner here? That's actually really good coverage. I don't know how big the overall map is, but like my current scanner is 1 kilometer in size. And like as we can see from that kilometer, it doesn't seem like there's that much useful stuff in range of it. So I could go over here and make a 1 kilometer in sized base scanner on that side. And that's where I would put my new super rooms, and I would convert that into being my new permanent-ish base. Like my new go-to. Sometime between episodes, I would transfer all of these resources there by loading them into my prawn suit and my inventory and going over there over and over again. But yeah, that seems like a reasonable thing to do. I think what's likely going to happen, though, is I'm going to just build, like, the super room and maybe the scanner on camera, and then mysteriously off camera you'll be like, wow, all the resources are here suddenly. Whereas in the meantime, while I'm busy recording, I might still be going back and forth rapidly, trying to grab all of the stuff I might need. But right now, it's a unique feature about how this map is shaped, unlike the previous one, where there's like a progression to it. It's not always going to be true, because apparently I'm going to use the Snow Fox at some point, and there's 2 bases over there, which the game's not even directing me towards yet so much, necessarily. I imagine that comes up at some point, but I'm surprised that the on-land stuff hasn't come up that much so far. But yeah, that'll be this whole area, which is just a new area to scan, but also I keep going to like here, and like maybe we'll go down here at some point, but like a lot of the stuff I'm exploring keeps going further and further in this corner. Admittedly, I'm not sure how much further we're going to go, since we're apparently already made it that far. Like, we've been through the extent of the map a lot, but this stuff doesn't usually amount to that much. So that seems like a reasonable guess, or whatevs. So let's start by making 2 playsteel ingots, which is apparently all I need, and of course I've got to get my glass dome. Important. 4 enameled glass, Jesus. Okay. Got 1 playsteel ingot here. Hopefully I don't run out of titanium, or this is gonna get annoying really quickly. I'll probably run out of titanium, like, immediately. Alright. What's a place still can get made of again? I think it's lithium. 2 lithium. And a Reaper Leviathan. Okay. That's enough to make a large room. One of these is 2 lithium, 4 enameled glass, and 4 titanium. Okay. How much titanium in my inventory? None. Beep, 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 beep. 4. 2 lithium. And then enameled glass is... That is a lot of glass. How am I doing on... Yeah, the quartz is over here. So enameled glass is just glass plus lead and diamond, and glass is just 2 quartz. So 4 enameled glass is 8 quartz. Damn it. I really never got over the fact that I moved quartz. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4 lead. And now we clicky click while I drinky drink. Roger still be like, your structural integrity is bad now, even though you put like 1 billion diamonds into the glass. Okay, so I can afford the room, and I can afford the dome. Bare minimum after that, I need a hatch, which is quartz and titanium. I can afford 1 extra quartz at least. Or 1 extra titanium. Wow, exactly 1 titanium. Okay, so tell you what, guys. We're gonna... we're gonna very bare minimum this shit. I'm just gonna make the room, and y'all can fill the rest in with your imagination, and I'll move as much as I can to it later. Because, yeah, that's how much I can afford right now without farming, and I don't really want to do a farming session right now, so let's avoid that. Let's see. Do I have my... I still got my spicy fruit salad, so my health will be doing okay for the following expedition. I was just thinking about the fact that, like, I don't necessarily want to come back, do I? I want to build it as a placeholder, but then next episode I want to be going on an expedition, I think. So let's just refill my meter real quick, and then we'll go on our adventure. And, I think I'm still going to put off the data box, because the cave I was looking at is closer to where I'm going to build this, probably. We'll see. Hopefully what I grabbed so far is enough. But yeah, we're not gonna... I'm not gonna fuck around with the scanner room and the power panels and the generator and whatnot. Because collectively building the rest of the base I want to build, which is just getting up to parity with the current base and then maybe moving into it, might literally take an hour or two. And that's the kind of stuff I spare you guys when I can. You've seen it before. And people will sometimes ask about, like, extended cuts or whatever. It's like, oh no, you don't get it. I don't want to do the commentary either. I won't say those parts of the game are bad. They're not. Just like how Satisfactory isn't bad. But like Satisfactory, it's a repetitive task that's kind of monotonous. And if you're being complimentary, you'd call it, like, meditative or something. A chill experience that you multitask to or hang out with. It's a very comfy feeling. And I like that part of this game and Satisfactory. But when I'm doing a really long, not very dynamic part of the game, that's mostly just doing stuff that you guys have seen before, I don't want to do commentary over it either. It's a bit of a struggle that comes up with late game satisfactory when I'm trying to cover it for a series. It's like, now it's time to scale up by building a lot of the stuff if you've seen me build before, but again, in like huge numbers. Like a lot of people like that about Satisfactory, and I do too. But as a Let's Play, it's like, I don't really want to do a series on this part of it. That's the logic. Now you're all caught up with that one forum thread I had somewhere else. Hello. This looks kind of noteworthy. It is not. It's not even... I don't, it doesn't even seem to have a hitbox. Alright, so the higher the better for solar energy, but the lower the better for... God, there's a bunch of these guys around, huh? You guys are gonna be my new shitty neighbors. The higher the better for solar energy, but the lower the better for... having everything be in range of the scanner room, potentially. Here's kind of like a cool abyss area. Is this the Kappa mining facility? Am I there? I'm not super sure. Go away. I wish you would quiet down. Make way for scarier things in the audioscape. One thing about solar panels is you can just make more of them, I suppose, and that does help. Let's see, this is further southeast. This might be a better direction for exposure. You dumb bastards. I don't even attack you guys. Why do you make me kill you? Yeah, southeast is the right direction. This might be like the last cliff before it goes really deep. So somewhere around here might be where I want to build it. Let's get my dude out of the way. Not the most beautiful location, but it should be a... should cut down my trips. So you probably want to make it lengthwise to take advantage of this ledge by sticking it out that way. How's that? It's got some height to it. Can stick a moon pool like back this way maybe for the prawn suit, and one that way for the truck. Now, okay, its hull strength is currently a 6. What's its hull strength gonna be the moment I put this on it? Okay. Wow. Yeah, that other room Margaret has is like a medium room or something, because it only had 2 of those central things. There's 4 here. So I assume that means you can build this place to be 4 in size? How many hatch spots are there? Only 1 on this side, apparently. I'll put it here for symmetry's sake, since there's no real cost taking stuff away and putting it back on.
Warning, emergency power only.
Look how fucking big this room is! Not the most amazing view, because this game has like a slightly iffy looking way of showing thermal vents. That's what those guys sound like through the muffling? Whoa. It's never necessarily been this obvious to me how much it muffles the audio when you're inside a place like this. But you can hear them roaring. Add some windows so you can see the surroundings. Add another floor underneath it, maybe, and reinforce that or something. But yeah, like, I can definitely see, like, over here on the far side where it's least obstructive, or maybe in the middle or something. I don't know. Maybe once again make a multi-floor aquarium. Line one of these, like, entire walls with resources, or both or whatever. But, like, there's so much space in here. This is the big boy base. It's the big boy base. Once I finish it later. I need to find a block of free time between my recording times to, like, fill it in. It's a little awkward. It'll just kind of be arbitrary when it happens in the series. But, scanner room and control room off to the sides or something, like on this end, probably. Like, scanner room, control room, moon pool off in that direction, moon pool in that direction. So, and those are both entrances. I might not even, honestly, I might not even need a hatch. I could always just enter through either moon pool, so hatches are kind of irrelevant at that point. I don't think I've ever built one of these. I don't remember if this was in the last game. A little fucking worrying how the right side doesn't have supports. It's a bit precarious and scary looking. What a cool look. I bet the map will look cooler here too. Because it won't be the Twisty Bridges where it's so complicated and messy. This one has big swooping ledges. I can also probably power it via thermal energy if these things count.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Which would give me really consistent power. And that would be pretty cool too. Now to stop dying of air, lack thereof. So say hello to our new base. Don't have time to fix it up right now, but we'll get there. Maybe later. I'll probably stay up late tonight and try to fix stuff up. But that'll be later. All right.